Here's Prescott. Just throws it deep as far as his arm can take him. He caught it! Micah Parsons on the move. Micah Parsons is in! Welcome to the big show, Tony Pollard. Oh, going deep. It is intercepted.
But I'm not going to say a word, but I will say one thing right now.
Prescott, touchdown. Good protection, and the pass wide open. Touchdown, Lamb.
Well, hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel. It's Space Cowboy here with another video for you guys here today. And we have some unfortunate news out of Dallas. And that is that DeMarvion Overshown, one of the rising rookies in this training camp, preseason, you name it, has suffered a torn ACL. This is just terrible. You know, he was really looking good. I felt like he was going to be a key contributor this year, showing how he was just explosive, aggressive, something that we needed in that linebacker core. But now, we're back to square one, and the question is what can the Cowboys do? Do they have enough there to where we could just be like, we don't need anybody from the outside? That's what we're here to talk about here today. And we need to just go over the options. So that's what we're going to do right now. So first things first, the Cowboys like to look at what they have internally before looking to the outside. And looking at who they have in this linebacker room, you have LVE, Jabril Cox, Damone Clark, and then it's just a bunch of everybody else's. You do have a Devin Harper who has shown some solid reps. You do have a couple other guys in the room, but it really feels like you might need another veteran presence. So I'm looking at the free agency pool, and, you know, I don't think you have enough at that linebacker spot unless you're going to be playing Micah a lot in that traditional inside linebacker role, because he has that ability to. I think you're going to need to look at some other options. So the free agency pool has plenty of names for them to look at. You got guys like Kyle Van Noy, Rashaan Evans. People brought up Deion Jones, but unfortunately he is a member of the Carolina Panthers, so there's a no-go there. You have Damian Wilson and plenty of others. I think that given the situation, I think that we need to see how things progress throughout the remainder of the preseason, because kind of like how I talked about with Jason Peters and possibly bringing him back, I was like, yeah, you want to bring him back, but, you know, having discussions with you guys, you're pretty much all on the same page, like, hey, we should just bring him in after the first week. And I think that the Cowboys might make the same approach at the linebacker spot. Now, I don't think they're going to do anything drastic like make a trade or something like that or sign someone immediately like that, but I still do believe that the Cowboys need to do their due diligence with what they have here. I mean, by all means, tell me down below, do the Cowboys have a legitimate option at this linebacker position to fill in for DeMarvion Overshown? Because right now, I don't see it. You know, aside from guys like LVE, and Damone Clark, and maybe Jabril Cox, who I have not seen enough to really get a glimpse of, it looks like the Cowboys, again, just haven't done much to add to that position. I mean, to be fair, if I'm just calling a spade, the position just looks like how it was last year, you know, minus a couple things and, you know, added a couple things. However, I still am very worried about how this defense is going to look at the linebacker spot. So the question is look, can the Cowboys afford it? Yes, they can. They have, you know, $18 to $20 million in cap space. They can go out and sign someone if they want to, and I think they should. I really do like Rashaan Evans. Kyle Van Noy is kind of like an Anthony Barr-esque kind of guy, where if you're just looking for a guy to be in the room and solid, sort of, that would be an option. Damian Wilson, he was with the Cowboys, as you probably remember the name. So you do have a plethora of guys out there that you can go to. But I do think, I even talked about it before, like, you should possibly look at getting a Miles Jack just to come in, see what he can do. Now, he's not available because he went to Philadelphia. Deion Jones, he went on to Carolina, the ties to Dan Quinn. It's really looking more and more like maybe you possibly should have gone after some other dudes like Bobby Wagner and company, but you elected not to. And again, hindsight's 2020, and I could be freaking wrong. Like, I could be wrong. Devin Harper could show up, and Jabril Cox could show that he was the guy that we wanted to be all along. But let's just call it as we see it. I think that the Cowboys are pretty thin at linebacker right now, and DeMarvion Overshown was going to be that dude that kind of helped put us on the right path and, get solid snaps there. But I think that even if the Cowboys do elect to go after a free agent, how are they going to be integrated into this defense? Do the Cowboys have a particular plan? And again, we have to put our Cowboy, Capboy thinking. They always go internally before they look elsewhere. And that's just usually how it works, like I just said. I think that we'll probably see the rest of the preseason play out, and who knows, maybe we see what we need to see and we're like, all right, we good. We don't need anything else. But at the same time, we could be in a situation where we desperately need to do something. And that's where I'm a bit worried. And maybe I'm being too anxious about it. Maybe I'm correct. Maybe I'm not. But please, tell me down below what you think the Dallas Cowboys should do to ultimately resolve this issue. Should they go sign someone? Do you think that there's someone already in-house that can help the Cowboys figure out this problem? And then we're just going to see how things go from here, guys. But those are some names you should just keep an eye out on. I think that there are ties to certain individuals that the Cowboys might look at and say, you know what? We need some help. Let's go get some help. But who knows? Maybe they just say we good, we like our guys, and we all know that frickin' phrase. But I digress. I'm going to leave it at there, guys. I do hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Have a great rest of your day, guys. Goodbye.